What if you get a happy not Valentine, or your loved one does? It's your boyfriend, it's your girlfriend, it's your husband, it's your wife. They're at work and they're getting unwanted advances or even harassment from their boss. What do you do? My name's Tom Spiggle. I'm with the Spiggle Law Firm, where we represent people who've been fired or afraid that they might be. Let's talk about what harassment is. And there are three things I want you to know. First is touching is never okay. And I'm not talking about the one-time awkward hug, but anything above that, particularly if it's repeated, can almost always be considered unwanted harassment. Number two, it doesn't have to be touching. Illegal harassment can include, for instance, someone telling illicit jokes repeatedly in front of you. It can involve written communication, sending emails to you that cross the line to inappropriate. It could involve repeated efforts to ask someone out for a date, or approaching someone after work and making unwanted advances repeatedly. Can all be instances of illegal harassment. So keep that in mind, that it doesn't have to be touching. And three, it's also very important for you to understand, as somebody who's talking to your significant other, because what we often see is a belief that you need a smoking gun to be able to win these cases. You need the email that lays it all out there. You need the video. You need another witness to testify to this. While all those things are certainly helpful, you don't need that to win one of these cases or to get relief. Your experience of it can be enough. Your experience, or your spouse's or your significant other's experience, that is itself evidence of harassment. So it's a common misconception that you need the smoking gun, that you need the aha moment, the gotcha moment in order to win these cases. It's just not true. Your own or your spouse's or your significant other's recollection can be enough to establish illegal harassment. So there are a couple of things to remember here. First is that the psychological nature of this kind of harassment. And if it's been going on for some time, it could be something that your spouse or your significant other has normalized. So when you address this with him or her, realize that they need to feel safe. They need to feel like you understand what's going on. And we see people in our office all the time who've put up with this for a long time because they feel guilty. They feel like maybe it's partly their fault, or perhaps they feel afraid. So the first thing is to recognize that when you're addressing that with them. The second thing is, what they really need is a safe space to think about this. And the truth is, the law does provide that safe space. And so understanding that they have options. So maybe doing some research on your own, or helping them research what the law is. And to understand, and this is what you can help them understand, is it's not always a matter of going out guns blazing into a public forum, into court to vindicate yourself. Of course, sometimes that happens, sometimes that should happen, but many of these issues are resolved well out of the spotlight. It doesn't involve your spouse or your significant other, doing this in a very public way, helping them understand what their options are. Because some of the big relief that we see people have in our office is just for them to understand they have options. There are different ways that they can deal with this. You obviously support your spouse or your significant other, and you have probably seen this going on for some time, and they keep putting up with it, and they keep putting up with it, and you want to be able to help. The tips in this video can give your significant other the mental space that they need to be able to break out of what may seem like an unsolvable problem. I wish you the best. I wish your significant other the best. And I hope this helps you understand that you have options to help them deal with this situation.